It's time for Eastmont Wildcats boys basketball on the NCW Life Channel. High school sports on the NCW Life Channel is brought to you by the Walkabout Grill in Wenatchee and Leavenworth. TC Slingers, they'll place the material for you. Confluence Health, Wenatchee's premier treatment center. Les Schwab Tires in Wenatchee and East Wenatchee. The Windmill Restaurant in Wenatchee. And the Wenatchee Racquet and Athletic Club. Now let's go courtside at Eastmont High School alongside Grant Olson. Here's NCW Life Sports Director Eric Grandstrom.
Grant Olson and Eric Grandstrom back with you courtside. We are just about set to go. Game number 2 here from Eastmont High School tonight. The Wildcats and the Panthers. Once again, quickly for the Panthers, it's Parmenter, Carlson, Nipfer, Riggin, and Blauman. And for the homestanding Wildcats, it's Kuske, Esparza, Simpson, Calvillo, and Lisson. An energy-filled Wildcat Gymnasium tonight. I hope you're enjoying it as much as we are tonight. It's so loud. I think we're cutting out, Eric.
Yeah,
it's just too loud in here.
I think so. I hope we don't lose the gear here as we get ready for the tip-off here. A reminder, hey, our broadcast, we appreciate the Windmill for being a sponsor for our sports season right now. Also the Walkabout Grill. Take a walk on the wild side in Leavenworth and in Wenatchee. We couldn't even hear each other. We're sitting.
What'd you say?
We're sitting arm to arm here in the commercial break. We couldn't even hear each other.
Here we go. And Darius Carlson jumping up against Ethan Simpson. The tip goes to the Panthers and out of bounds off the Panthers. And it will be Wildcat ball here to start our ball game. Just underway. Wenatchee in purple with white numbers, gold trim. Eastmont in their home whites, red numbers trimmed in blue. Here we go. It's Kuske with the basketball now on top of the key for the, I should say, Panthers. It's Riggin, rather, to Carlson, top of the key, spins around, now drives to the basket, fakes to the wing, puts it up off the glass and good.
Darius Carlson, exactly what we talked about. It's his game. Now he's playing a little defense on the other end of the ball, and it's a turnover for Eastmont.
Lisson tried to find Esparza down low, and he wasn't really ready for it. Off his hands and out of bounds, back to the Panthers. Riggin will bring it in. Full court pressure already here in the first quarter by the Wildcats. Inbounds to Lane Nipfer. Cross half court. Now at the free throw line. Drives the lane, puts it up, no good. Fight for the rebound. Carlson back up and good. 4 quick points for Darius Carlson, the 6'2 junior. Ball's kicked out of bounds and will remain Eastmont basketball.
Well, there's an offensive rebound, and Darius Carlson, one of the best jumpers in the Big Nine as well.
Yes. Eastmont basketball. It's Kuske, top of the key. No look, pass down low. No good by Esparza, and the rebound to Riggin. Beautiful pass. Down low, just couldn't get it to go. Panthers back on the attack now. The sophomore Plowman to the elbow. Parmenter won't take it. Cross court. It's Riggin with it. Between the leg dribble. Now dribble to the top of the key. Almost poke checked away by Lisson. Riggin still with it. 13 on the shot clock for the Panthers. Riggin back, but he's going to take an NBA three-pointer off the back of the rim. No good, tipped away. Then picked up by the Wildcats, Ethan Simpson. Down court, it's Calvillo with it. He's picked up by Riggin. Panthers man-to-man defense here in this first quarter. Top of the key, Kuske. Looks right side, can't find anyone there. Good defense by the Panthers here so far. Carlson now comes out on Esparza. Esparza to the basket, Blauman blocks it. And it's picked up by Parmenter, who loses it. And it goes off Parmenter's leg, and it will be Eastmont basketball.
Well, back and forth we go. Certainly a lot of energy out on the floor right now, Grant.
It sure is. I think they feed off the crowd, don't you, Eric?
Absolutely.
Eastmont back on the attack. Lisson with it, top of the key, under some pressure now, near side Kuske. Drives the lane, passes it inside the lane, can't find anybody, and now he dribbles it on the baseline, and it'll be Panther basketball.
3 turnovers already for Eastmont here in this game.
4-0 our score, 6:03 left to go, first quarter. Full court pressure once again, and good defense by the Wildcats. Panthers forced to throw it in there, and not really where they wanted to go with it, and they'll give it another shot. Blauman will take it out for the Panthers, or bring it in, I should say.
Nice job by Jack Kuske denying that inbounds pass.
Lob pass to Nipfer, knocked out of bounds, and it's off Nipfer, and it will go to Eastmont.
Well, turnover for the Panthers, their second here in this first quarter. Pressure on both sides.
Eastmont back on the attack. Here's Lisson, who can shoot it a little bit too hard that time. No good. Put back up and no good by Kuski. And now we've got a foul underneath. Carlson with the rebound, and he was fouled under the Eastmont basket.
It was Esparza that got the rebound on the weak side back there, but a little bit weak against the defense of Carlson going up with the shot afterwards. Carlson just playing the good ball there. A couple of rebounds already for Darius Carlson in this one.
Once again, full court pressure by the Wildcats, kind of back out of it now, and Blauman comes down court with it. Across the timeline to Riggin, right side, behind the back dribble. Key, nice shovel pass. Carlson underneath, it's up and good. 6. All of the points for the Panthers by Carlson so far in this first quarter. Lassonde back on the attack. To Kuski, back out top of the key. Isaac Wellborn, who's checked into the ball game with it now. Here's Simpson for 3. Too hard, no good. And Parmenter with the rebound for the Panthers.
It's an outside game for Eastmont right now, and Wenatchee an inside game, but there's a turnover. Good job of getting
lost
back.
Control of it there. You're right, Eric. Picked up by Kuski as he crosses half court now. Dribbles to the free throw line. Shovel pass left side. There's Simpson underneath, up and in. Eastmont on the board now with just under 5 minutes left in the first quarter. 6-2 Panthers. Down court with it is Nipfer across the timeline. Blauman on that right wing. Goes to the baseline. Stops there. Tries to get it back to Nipfer. He's tied up briefly. Dribbles back out of trouble to Parmenter. Now Blauman. Left elbow inside Carlson. Triple team there. Carlson just jumps over everybody. Up and in. 8 quick points for Darius Carlson here in this first quarter, and it's 8-2. Panthers with it on that turnover once again by the Wildcats with 4:23 left to go first quarter. And Eastmont's going to stick with that full court pressure. Blauman for the Panthers. Very good looking sophomore, 5'11" sophomore, Nathan Bauman. I should say Riggin to Blauman. Blauman has it down court. It's blocked there, picked up by Lisson. Looking down court, has a man on the break. Shoveled underneath, the layup up and good. Oscar Calvillo.
Beautiful transition bucket for the Eastmont Wildcats, getting the turnover on the defensive end.
Carlson back down quickly, drives, and he draws the foul, and it's Calvillo with the foul. Carlson down court like a shot after that made basket. 8-4 Panthers. 4:01 left first quarter. Carlson at the free throw line. 8 points for Carlson the first 4 minutes of the ball game. Make it 9. Free throw good. 9-4 Panthers. Nip for a word with Coach Williams between free throws, and Carlson back at the line. 6'2" junior. Free throw too hard off the back of the iron, no good. Fight for the rebound, and it's picked up by the Wildcats all by himself. A dunk, it's missed by Haberlock, and the Panthers back the other way. It's Parmenter, baseline. Kicks it out to Blauman on the near side, dribbles out top of the key. To Parmenter, drives the lane, puts it up, 6'5", it's good.
Good vision by Parmenter on that one, finding the crease in the lane, just steps through, makes the bucket off the glass.
Haberlock left all alone outside for 3, no good. Fight for the rebound, it's Parmenter, 2-on-1 Panthers. Shot taken, no good, wide open that time by Nipfer, but the Panthers get the offensive board, and Blauman. Now to Riggin, right wing, almost taken away from it. It is 2-on-1 opportunity now for the Wildcats. Behind the back pass, it goes out of bounds. Calvillo with the pass, and I'm sure Coach Waters didn't like that with a great 2-on-1 opportunity.
A couple of times down the floor in a row, the Eastmont trying to do a little more than they're capable of. That time with behind the back pass. For the last time down the floor, trying with a dunk attempt rather than just get the points, get it off the glass, and get it through. Coach Waters not happy about that at all.
Cole Hansen checks in for the Panthers, 5'9" junior. Blauman to the bench. Eastmont staying with that full court pressure. 3 of 10 left to go here in this first quarter. Panthers up by 7. Here's Blauman across the timeline, left wing. Right-handed dribble, finds Carlson outside the key, spins, loses control of it, still on the dribble, dish pass out to Parmenter, off the glass, too hard, no good, fight for the rebound, and we've got a foul on a Panther. It may be Darius Carlson, and it is.
Carlson just reaching a little bit too far there, didn't have position, and trying to use his athleticism. Sometimes that could be a detriment to the player.
Boy, you're so right, Eric, as Eastmont comes back. Now Panthers showing a little bit of pressure as Sparza near side to Wellborn. Back outside, top of the key, Garrett Smith now in the game. A 5'11 senior, we got a steal and a whistle. Little bit of infighting down below, and I think we're going to have a double foul here. So it's Jack Kuski, and I didn't catch.
He said it was Cole Hansen for Wenatchee and Sparza for Eastmont that were wrestling around in the paint, literally wrestling around in the paint.
They really
so the
were.
official says, nope, we can't have that. And well, that Cross River rivalry certainly boiling its head here in the first quarter.
The team's playing with a ton of energy here to start this game. Not a lot of points so far, but up and down the court we go. Inbounds for the Panthers. Riggin back in there, and it's stolen away. Now Lassonde has an open shot. No good. Blauman with his hands on it. Knocked away by the Wildcats, and it will be Panther basketball. Lassonde, a couple of shots, Eric, and that hasn't even been close yet.
No, still trying to find his legs, trying to find his rhythm here, and he will eventually.
He will. Riggin inbounds now to Blauman. Picked up by Haberlock for the Wildcats. Man-to-man defense for Eastmont here to begin this one. And a steal once again by the Wildcats. It's Garrett Smith with it all the way to the basket. Misses it, and Carlson cleans up the board.
5 rebounds for Darius Carlson so far in this game.
Baseline shot lefty is no good that time by the Panthers. Hansen. And another steal by Wenatchee coming back the other way. Blauman. Here's Cole Hansen again, down low, Carlson. Wellborn trying to take him. Lassonde helps on a double team. Now cross court, it's Riggin. Riggin to the left elbow, nice move, stops, pops, good!
Behind the back pass to himself, and just a beautiful shot from the elbow left.
Panthers up by 9, 13-4. With Trey Haberlock on the dribble, drives to the basket, blocked from behind by Parmenter, and it goes off a Wildcat.
I don't know. I thought Parmenter had that ball swatted out of bounds. Thought it should be Eastmont basketball, but they're going to say Wenatchee ball.
And Coach Waters wants to talk things over with a 1:29 left to go here in the first quarter. It's Wenatchee 13 and Eastmont 4, and you may have heard Eric. We'll keep it right here. And Eric, I love the pace of this kind of game, don't you?
Oh, absolutely. Up and down it goes, and you would expect nothing less with two teams that just want to battle for that first win of the Big 9 season. But Wenatchee showing, and especially Darius Carlson, has come with the shoes tied tightly tonight.
What'd you say, 5 rebounds already?
5
9
rebounds.
points and 5 rebounds in the first quarter. Not a bad first quarter.
Definitely not.
And the crowd continues to make some noise here.
What? Did you say?
Out of the timeout, 1:29 left to go here in this quick-moving first quarter. It will be Wenatchee basketball. Eastmont coming out with a full-court press once again. Nothing fancy about it, Eric. Just a man-to-man full-court press.
Yep. Usually you just have everybody else clear out, and you have your ball handler bringing it across. This time Eastmont does drop back.
The sophomore Blauman brings it down for the Panthers. Eastmont stays man-to-man defense. It's Carlson, top of the key. Right-handed dribble into the key now. To the basket, blocked by Wellborn and out of bounds. Nicely done by Wellborn.
I'm telling you, Isaac Wellborn has come off the bench for Coach Waters here and put in some quality minutes, showing himself standing in front of a passing lane, picking a ball off earlier, and now getting the swat out of bounds.
It's a young team out there. Haberlock.
And he just knocked it away again.
Good play by him. Lassonde with it across the timeline. Great ball handler, Lassonde. Out of Wellborn, only a sophomore. To Lassonde, top of the key, guarded there by Riggin. That's a good matchup tonight. Lassonde, right wing, through the leg dribble. Now back top of the key to Trey Haberlock. He's picked up by Carlson. There's a good matchup as well. Now to Kalen Massey, who's in the ball game. To Wellborn. He's going to put up the bomb. No good. Rebound into the hands of Bauman.
Smith underneath, I think, had a suplex going on one of the Panthers there, trying to get that rebound.
Blauman shouts out the play to Riggin. Top of the key, Parmenter now whips it around left side. Cole Hansen with it. Picked up there by Lauzon. Hansen puts his left hand up, signifying the play. We'll see if the Panthers can run it. Now Riggin's going to put it up from the right wing short off the front of the rim, and Wellborn cleans up the rebound. Outlet to Lauzon. One-handed pass down court, and it's picked off by Blauman. Panthers back the other way. 3 seconds left, first quarter. Parmenter to Riggin. He's going to put it up at the buzzer, and it's no good. And that will do it for our first quarter of play. After one here at Eastmont High School. It's Wenatchee 13, Eastmont 4. We're back with more action on the NCW Life Channel in 60 seconds. Wenatchee 13, Eastmont 4 as we begin the second quarter of play from Eastmont High School. A packed Eastmont gymnasium and super loud tonight as both teams kick off Big 9 play against their Cross River rival. It will be Eastmont basketball to start this second quarter as Sparza will bring it in for the Wildcats. Does so to Kuski. Right-handed dribble picked up by Hansen just across half court. Picks up the ball, looks for some help now, finds it in Calvillo. Takes a step or two, but we might have a blocking foul, and we do on the Panthers. It'll be on Cass Riggin, his first personal foul. Third team foul now on the Panthers. Wildcat basketball, top of the key. Smith stays in there, Garrett Smith. Far side now, it's Sparza, and it's stolen away by Riggin. 2-on-2, Riggin will take it all the way himself, up and in.
Beautiful job on both ends for Cass Riggin. Saw the pass come in, was able to athletically get in there in the passing lane, steal it, and then take it coast to coast for the lay-in.
Kuski now near side, Garrett Smith with Carlson all over him. Smith's gonna take it to the basket, nicely done, up and good.
Wow. The big fella with the big move.
Hansen now with it. Eastmont staying with that full court press. Back to Blauman as Sparza picks him up half court. Now left side, Riggin. Approaching 7 minutes left to go here in this first half. Blauman left wide open, 15-footer, no good. And the rebound by the big man, Garrett Smith. Hands it off to Kuski across the timeline. Looks things over, now goes top of the key to Esparza. Underneath, bad pass that time, right into the hands of Blauman.
9 turnovers per side here, Grant.
Carlson all the way, coast to coast, good.
Wow, how about that? Darius Carlson with the bucket. Off the drive. Man, he just somehow found an extra gear here this year from last year.
Long shot taken by Esparza, no good. Ethan Simpson with the offensive rebound. Finds Smith underneath, up and in. Garrett Smith off the bench now, leading scorer for the Wildcats with 4. There's Carlson again to the basket. And it looks like we're going to get a blocking foul on Garrett Smith. It was very close there. It could have went either way. Smith had some position established, but
just didn't quite have that left foot down. But Garrett Smith, how about the quality minutes off the bench for him tonight? Broke the ankles of Darius Carlson on one end.
Really did.
And almost seriously did it on the other end with a near charge.
Carlson, right-handed free throw shooter. First one good. 12 now, early points for Darius Carlson with 6:15 left in the second quarter. Headed for a big night tonight if this keeps up.
So Esparza has 2 for Eastmont, fouls that is. Simpson with 1, Calvillo with 1, and Smith with 1.
Gotcha. 18-8 our score. Panthers on top. Kuski now to Smith. Panthers substitute in as Matt Vanderpool, a 6'2 senior, to the basket. Up, won't go. Fight for the rebound. Ethan Simpson comes up with it to Kuski. Now near side on the dribble. It's Calvillo. Drives against 3 Panthers. Hits the deck hard. Looked like he almost just kind of drove right into the defenders, but almost every time the defender will get that foul call. And it will be on Cass Riggin, his second now. here in this first half for the Panthers.
You hold your ground, you have your hands to the sky, there's no problem. But as soon as you start to bring those hands down, that's when you're going to draw that foul, no matter how hard the guy crashes into you.
Calvillo shooting 2, misses the first one. Into the ball game for the Wildcats. Back in as after a quick rest, Anthony Lasson. Second free throw up and in this time by Calvillo. And it's 18-9. 9-point lead Panthers. 5:42 left to go second quarter. Here's Carlson. Back to the basket. Now spins around and faces it. Kuski is on him. He'll drive off the glass too hard this time. Long rebound, and it's picked up by the Panthers. Nipfer. Shot taken no good. And the rebound to Calvillo. Kuski quickly down. Here's Wellborn to the basket. Up and in.
I'm telling you what, if Mike Waters was looking for a little help this year, didn't know who to turn to, Wellborn could be that guy.
Only a sophomore, too. 18-11, Wenatchee on top. We'll take a 30-second timeout, and we'll come right back to Eastmont High School on the NCW Life Channel. Wenatchee 18, Eastmont 11. Second quarter action here on the NCW Life Channel. Great to have you along tonight. And if you did miss the first game of our doubleheader, it was won by the Lady Wildcats over the Panthers, 61-52, and what turned out to be a pretty dominating game by Eastmont, especially in the second half. And we're seeing kind of a track meet here in this one, Eric.
Yeah, absolutely. Wenatchee getting out to the early lead behind the inside play of Darius Carlson. Eastmont trying to shoot from outside in that first quarter, but have kind of dialed it in here in the second quarter, taking the ball strong to the rack, and then also a lot of swats on both ends of the floor here for both Eastmont and Wenatchee. Good defense by both teams.
Eastmont sticking with that full court pressure. They've been in full court press the entire game, and Panthers break it easily this time. Nipfer across the timeline, right side to Hansen. Now top of the key, Vanderpool. Riggin, he'll take it for 3, off the mark, wide to the right, no good, and a rebound to Kuski. Down court, here's Ethan Simpson, puts a move on, doesn't take it though. Wellborn will though, he's been the man, up and good for 3.
How about it? Wellborn, a star is born.
Cuts the lead to 4. Panthers back down quickly. Eastmont wanted a traveling call, didn't get it, and we'll have a foul on Eastmont instead.
Well, I thought that Waters had a pretty good ask for the officials there. Lane kept Nipfer out of control coming down the lane, but bailed out by the defensive foul.
And Calvillo, Oscar Calvillo picks up his second personal foul. Carlson a break, a little rest on the bench. Parmenter back in. Panthers inbounds players. Bauman on the baseline. Underneath, ball is loose, kicked out, takes shot, taken up and in, Lane Nipfer. His first 2 of the night.
Could have been a travel call to the paint with the body going down, spinning around.
Lisson in and out, no good. Fight for the rebound, and it goes off of Calvillo, and it will be Panther basketball. Riggin will bring it in this time for the Panthers with 4:22 left before halftime. 20-14, Panthers up by 6. Inbounds to Bauman. Blauman, right-handed dribble across the timeline, picked up by Kuski there. Between the legs now, goes right side. Over to Nipfer. Try the left side now with Riggin. Glides through the air, can't get the shot, and then a hard foul by Parmenter on Lisson.
Parmenter going up for that weak side rebound, just out of sorts with his upper body and crashes right into Anthony Lisson. Knocks him down, easy call for the officials.
That's Nolan Parmenter's first personal foul. Panthers 5 team fouls, Eastmont 6 here with just over 4 minutes now left to go in the second quarter. With the basketball for the Wildcats, it's Jack Kuski. Panthers now slide into a zone defense. Right side, Calvillo. Jump stops in the lane. Puts up the shot. No good. Carlson, though, a little bit on the arm.
Wow, they've been letting a lot of heavy body contact go through the first quarter and a half, but here, latter stages of the second quarter, getting kind of ticky-tacky on the fouls. Not much contact there for Darius Carlson.
His second foul. Calvillo makes his first free throw. 2 of 3 now from the line for Calvillo. Oscar Calvillo, 5'9" sophomore, a young Eastmont team with 2 sophomores out there right now, and Wellborn and Calvillo misses his second one. And the Panthers come back the other way. Here's Carlson now, jump stop in the lane, goes to the basket against Simpson, can't get it. Bodies all over the place again. Kuski has it knocked out of his hands. Carlson thought it went off Kuski, but it will be Eastmont basketball. And Kuski even gave him a little bit of a grin. So he may have touched that one before it went out of bounds, but it is Eastmont basketball.
Isn't it funny how sometimes the smallest guy on the floor gets those rebounds?
It is. Lisson slowly brings it up this time as Eastmont maybe taking a short breather here. Lisson, baseline shot, no good. Can't find the range yet. Over the back end, Parmenter blocked out Simpson. And Simpson, I believe, will be called with that foul.
It's one of those fouls where you're out of position, you're 7-8 feet away from the basket. There's no reason to be jumping over the top of the defender in front of you. Simpson whistled for the easy foul.
And that puts the Panthers in the bonus, so Parmenter will be shooting a 1-on-1 now. A bunch of players with 2 fouls here in this first half, too. Darius Carlson, Cass Riggin. 3 players for Eastmont, Esparza, Simpson, and Calvillo. Substitute for the Panthers into the ball game now is Cameron Cooper, a 6'1" junior. Lane Nipfer at the free throw line, right-handed shooter, up and good. Nipfer has 3 here in this first half. Panthers lead it by 6, 21-15, 3:19 left to go before halftime. Nipfer's second free throw also good. Panthers a little bit of pressure now as Kuski brings it quickly into Eastmont's end of the gymnasium. Picked up there by the sophomore Blauman. Comes to the right wing, now kicks it back out top of the key. Calvillo with the 6'5" Parmenter on him. Calvillo dish pass to Simpson, won't take it. Shot is taken though, and it's an air ball by Kuski. And a rebound into the hands of Nipfer, and he's fouled by Calvillo.
Again, needless foul for Eastmont there, and Calvillo picks up his 3rd personal foul. That's huge.
Lots of fouls here in this first half, and that will send the Panthers back to the free throw line, and once again back to the free throw line, Lane Nipfer. 2 for 2 his last trip.
Preston Esparza and Garrett Smith check back into the ball game for Eastmont.
First one by Nipfer's good. Got 5 now in this first half. Panther lead back up to 8. As Nipfer tries to make it 9. On the way and good. 4 for 4 from the line for Nipfer here in this first half, and a 9-point Panther lead. Here's Lisson, double team, top of the key, no look pass down low. Smith up and no good. I loved how he used his body there to keep the defender away.
Just a little sugar shake.
A little sugar shake, I love that.
And that got Cameron Cooper up in the air, and Cooper with the foul, and Garrett Smith to the free throw line.
Smith's played a solid first half, 4 points, but he's done a lot of other things well.
He certainly has.
Free throw, too hard off the back of the iron on the first one, no good.
I don't know the game of Garrett Smith, but I gotta believe somewhere he's gonna ask if he can get the tape of him faking Darius Carlson out.
Do you expect that call Monday, Eric? Next free throw by Smith is up and good, so he's 50% on that trip. And we got a foul on the violation. That will not count.
Wow. I did not see the foot go over, but that's why the officials are right there at the free throw line to see that.
So our score remains a 9-point Panther lead. Blauman for the Panthers to Nipfer. Sets up the offense. Eastmont playing man-to-man defense. Carlson right side.
Cooper.
Down to Cooper, cross court, back to Nipfer. Right-handed dribble to the elbow, lost it momentarily, then picks it back up nicely. Good break there. Nipfer up and in. And that was a break.
Yeah, way to collect himself. Smith came flashing out, almost stripped the ball away from him. Somehow Nipfer able to maintain possession and get the bucket.
8 points for Nipfer now here in this ball game. Something's on the court out just beyond the three-point arc, and the ball is thrown away by Lisson, and it will be Panther basketball.
I think it came off of Darius Carlson's shin guards or knee pads he's got there.
Another substitution for the Panthers. Spencer Rickle into the ball game. 6'2 senior. Anthony Lasson on the bench for the Wildcats to take a break.
Ice cold night for Anthony Lasson so far.
Boy, it really has been as Trey Haberlock checks in for him. Panther basketball under 2 minutes now left in this first half. 11-point Wenatchee lead. Carlson, beautiful crossover dribble, top of the key, head fake down low, baseline shot up and in.
Carlson looked like he was going on a stroll through the timber. Was able to find the drinking fountain and say, "I'll take 2 sips, thank you."
Smith now. Haberlock, he'll take the long three. Too hard, back of the rim, no good. Smith battling Parmenter for the rebound. It looks like Smith a little bit too aggressive and will pick up his second personal foul.
A lot of fouls on these loose balls away from the basket just drive a coach absolutely nuts.
You don't see that all the time either, but we're sure seeing it here. Panthers 13-point lead, just over a minute and a half now left to go, first half. Nolan Parmenter at the free throw line.
We've talked about that a couple of times. Good to be aggressive, but you got to be smart about how you're aggressive.
Parmenter misses the front end of the one-on-one. Carlson there to clean it up and in.
7 rebounds, 2 on the offensive glass for Darius Carlson in this game.
16 first half points for Carlson. Now it's Simpson out of control a little bit. Free throw line. Esparza will take an off-balance shot. No good. Blauman the rebound. He does have Nipfer down court. Does he get it to him? Barely. It's blocked. Carlson with the rebound. No call. Well, there is slapping going on all over the place as Kuski comes back the other way. Baseline. Ball is loose again out of bounds. Whose ball is it? It'll remain Wildcat basketball.
Well, this is kind of ugly right now for Eastmont. They're just not really running an offense at all. They're just trying to cast from outside, throw things down low, and hope for the best, and that's really not the offense they want to be running.
You know, you're right. They do look really disheveled here in this first half. Under a minute now to go, first half, 56 seconds. Lasson needs to get things going for these Wildcats to be successful. Misses another shot. Blauman the rebound all the way down court. Shot taken, no good. Carlson there, the putback, good.
Goodness gracious. Darius Carlson seemed to be just holding, elevating in the air for minutes.
Crazy. Here's Smith now into the lane. Can't do anything with it. Simpson misses the 6-foot baseline shot. Panthers back the other way. Rickle with it. Throws up a wild one. It's no good. And the ball back to Eastmont. Here's Haberlock right in front of us. Now top of the key to Simpson.
They may as well be playing on asphalt right now, Grant. This is in the backyard.
Absolutely.
This isn't any set plays at all for either team.
Lasson kicks it right side. Long shot, three-pointer taken, no good. Blauman, the sophomore, up for the rebound, and he's tackled from behind. With 1.1 second left.
3 defensive rebounds in a row for Nate Blauman.
He's a good player, young player, sophomore. He's a good-looking young player.
As they say, scrappy.
Scrappy player. Blauman to the line. No points, though, in this first half. He's sure active out there. Here's his chance now.
He's breathing pretty hard right now, too, so he could use this break.
17-point Panther lead. They have blown this open here in the second quarter. First free throw good by Blauman. It's 33-15. And the sophomore will get another one. This one's short and goes out of bounds, and it will be Wildcat basketball. 1.1 second left to go before halftime. Panthers up by 18 in this one. 33-15. At the buzzer, I think he traveled anyway. His shot is up and no good. And that is halftime. Our score at the break is Wenatchee 33 and Eastmont 15.
2 minutes.
We'll take a 2-minute timeout, catch our breath, come back, bring you some halftime stats and more here on the NCW Life Channel. Stay with us. Halftime show continues here on the NCW Life Channel. Our halftime score, Wenatchee 33, Eastmont 15. Eric, about 2 minutes until the third quarter starts. What does Eastmont have to do to get back into this one? I know it's been chaotic for them, to say the least, in that first half. What can they do besides, I guess, just settle down a little bit?
Settle down and run their offense. They're kind of their own worst enemy right now with flag with, what's happened so far in this first half of play. They got sloppy. They got out of control. They started throwing the ball around. They started shooting from outside when they didn't really have the shots. Just play your basketball. Play what they've been practicing all along here and, run an offense.
And, they have some height down low, Eric, and it seems like they're kind of deer in the headlights once they get that ball down low. I don't know if it's because of Parmenter at 6'5", or it's because of Carlson's leaping ability, but they're just not confident when they get the ball down low. And you're a big man at 6'5", you got to put it to the basket.
Yeah, you got to take it right to him. Got a special presentation happening out here on the floor right now, Grant. Let's go ahead and focus in on that real quick as they present a check to Sam Dory and the Sam Dory family.
Fantastic.
Battle with cancer going on. $5,800 raised by both Wenatchee and Eastmont. How about that?
Boy, that's awesome.
Thank you all so much.
That's pretty awesome. So the family, there was a video that was put out on Facebook I saw, and that was the wish, to go to Orlando, take the family, and just have a time and a vacation in a place where you don't have to think about medicine, don't have to think about cancer, don't have to think about anything, but just relaxing and having fun.
And the social media used for a good cause in this case, that's for sure.
Yeah, absolutely. We could certainly use a little more of that. And speaking of which, I should mention, too, that the good story continues with our Les Schwab Community Toy Drive. Holidays are here. It's not a good holiday for everybody. There are some families that definitely have some trying times. And, just because mom and dad are having a tough time putting dollars and cents together doesn't mean that the kids have to suffer for that. And that's why Les Schwab stepped forward. They partnered up with NCW Life, with KKRV, the Wenatchee World, and several other companies here in town, and said, hey, let's try to make a difference. And boy, the community has certainly responded in an amazing way. I was out earlier today at Hooked on Toys. Little Miles Strong, 7-year-old boy, was out there doing a shopping spree where they used our kid experts to go and buy toys. They gave him $1,000, and then Hooked on Toys kicked in another $200. So $1,200 for Miles to go and shop and just buy toys for other kids.
Whose idea was that for the kids to shop for other kids? I think it was a fantastic idea.
That's something that Kirk Mosier, the area manager for Les Schwab, brought over from Western Washington, where they did it at some of the Les Schwab stores in the Seattle area. Had good success with that, with the kid experts. And who better to decide what to get for another kid than a kid?
But until you guys made Miles buy some girls stuff, and he felt a little out of place in those girls aisles.
Miles. Watch for that video this weekend, folks, with Miles having to pick out some girl toys. He really didn't want to do that. Now, coming up tomorrow at Hooked on Toys, as a matter of fact, down the parking lot, another opportunity to bring toys, to donate new unwrapped toys at Hooked on Toys tomorrow. Our friends at KKRV and Lana Wave are going to be doing a live radio broadcast starting at 10 o'clock tomorrow morning. Sunday at Sangster Motors, another one of our sponsors involved, is having a volunteer bike build. They need to put together about 70 bicycles that have also been part of this huge outpouring of support. And so they'll be building those at Sangster Motors Sunday morning starting at 8 o'clock. If we can get a bunch of bodies there, take 3-4 hours and build these bikes, put them all together, get them ready to go. Join us this weekend for the Les Schwab Community Toy Drive.
It's been a fantastic event. Glad to be part of it. All right, 2 quarters left here at Eastmont High School. The first of 3 matchups between the Panthers and the Wildcats. Wenatchee with the ball first, and we are underway here in the second half. Nipfer, top of the key. Carlson, lob pass down to Parmenter, but not high enough, and it's stolen away by the Wildcats. Here comes Lusan. Top of the key, nice juke move. Layup is no good, and Carlson with the rebound.
Anthony just having a hard time finding the range, even in close right there.
Here's Riggin now, far side wing, puts up the shot, good. Beautiful shot by Cass Riggin.
And not what Eastmont needed, to miss on one end and then have Riggin drain a 3 on the other side.
Here's Esparza now, blocked by Parmenter. big height difference there as Esparza 5'10" and Parmenter 6'5", and Parmenter just a little bit of the arm, and that'll send Esparza to the line to shoot 2.
They're going to whistle the foul on Parmenter. I think got the swipe, but then a little extra after.
Got him with the body a little bit too, I think. Here's Esparza now, free throw line, in and out, no good. No points yet in the ball game for Preston Esparza, who started the game, 5'10" junior. Second free throw on the way. This time it's good.
We didn't talk about turnovers in that first half, Grant. Despite kind of a sloppy back and forth, the team's dead even, 11 turnovers per side.
Here's Nipfer now, spins around in the lane, a little bit of trouble, throws it up there, no good. Ethan Simpson with the rebound. Outlet to Lassonde, down court for the Wildcats. Looks for some help. Double team, beautiful pass. Simpson underneath, misses the layup, and the rebound to Riggin. Panthers the other way, Parmenter quickly up and in. Great transition by the Panthers there. The lead is 22. Here's Lassonde working one-on-one against Riggin, loses the handle on it. Ball is still loose, picked up by Parmenter finally. And the Panthers 3-on-2, Nipfer up and in. He's got 10, and Coach Waters wants an early timeout.
Yep, he's got to take a timeout here. He's not happy. They talked at halftime about what they need to do here in the second half. Nothing going the Eastmont way right now. We're going to keep it right here.
Yeah, we will keep it right here. It's 40-16. The Panthers are leading this one. Led 33-13 at halftime. We haven't even played much in the second half. The Panthers already throwing them in the bucket.
Yeah, it's heavily favored in the Panthers' way right now. You know, watching Anthony Leeson out there, I can't help but be a parent. He's out there, he's got a mouth guard in for a reason. And if it's, you know, put it in your mouth, son.
I know his parents. They probably, his mom especially, probably tells him that all the time.
Yeah, I'm thinking of his mom right now. I know, Mom, I know.
Sorry, Cammy.
Yeah.
So Lassonde out of the lineup now. I've taken a rest already. I think he just needs to talk to Waters a little bit. Waters needs to get in his head a little bit here. So Lassonde out. Garrett Smith is in for him, and Eastmont has the basketball.
Well, Smith had some quality minutes, and Wellborn out there. He got the early nod here in the second half for Eastmont.
Smith dumps it down low to Ethan Simpson, and a reach-in foul, and I think that'll be on Riggin. If it is, that's number 3 on Riggin.
It is.
So Cass Riggin, the first Panther to pick up his third personal foul. Oscar Calvillo also with 3 for Eastmont. Kuski to bring it in, does so as Esparza. Parmenter on him, dumps it once again Simpson. Back out, there's Wellborn for 3, off the mark this time, into the hands of Darius Carlson on the run. No look pass, Riggin tries to catch up to it, can't get the shot off, shovels it back to Carlson, off the glass, and he's fouled underneath.
Athleticism for Wenatchee just really showing itself and being just a notch above where Eastmont is right now.
It's very obvious, Eric. You're right. Wellborn picks up his first foul, and that'll send Darius Carlson to the free throw line. 18 first half points, yet to score here in the second. Almost 2 minutes gone in the third. Free throw good.
You know, this is what I love, Grant, with a kid like Darius Carlson. You know, looking to play in the next level as a tight end, possibly in college football. But still coming out, still playing basketball here, and being a part. I mean, you got to have these kids that have the athleticism in all sports play 3 sports.
I agree with you 100%, Eric. It makes you a better player in the other sport. Yeah. Here's Smith now. Nice pass underneath. Can't get it to go. Fight for the rebound, and picked up by Kuski as Riggin comes out on him.
There was a foul there.
Well, you can hear the skin.
Goodness.
The sound of slap on skin. Carlson now all alone, tried the dunk, didn't quite get enough jump on it, and then comes back and commits the foul. And that's big too, because that's number 3 on Carlson.
You know, that's something that we saw from him last year as a sophomore, making those mistakes, you know, getting overzealous, getting a little frustrated, and then coming back with a hack foul. And I know that the coaching staff and Travis Williams for Wenatchee hoping that he's a little graduated past that. Well, that was an example that he still has a little ways to go.
He takes a seat on the bench. Cameron Cooper, 6'1" junior, checks in for him. 41-16. Panthers on top here. Under 5.5 minutes left in the third quarter. Simpson underneath, getting muscled down low by Blauman.
That's interesting. The officials called that second quarter, as last half of that second quarter, really tight. The first part of this second half, I mean, there's collisions happening down low, and finally a whistle.
Eric, we haven't played 3 minutes left yet in this quarter. 4 fouls on the Panthers, make it 5 now.
You got to make the shots. Got to make the free throws.
This time it will be on Cameron Cooper. That's Cooper's second foul, 5th team foul already on the Panthers here this half. With Ethan Simpson at the free throw line. First one rolls off the front of the rim, no good. The big 6'5" senior for Eastmont. I think he's been starting a few years now, hasn't he, Eric? At least since he was a sophomore or so, I think.
Yeah. You know, even at the free throw line here, now that shot looked a lot better.
It did.
But Eastmont, all of their shots from the field, they got opportunities at the free throw line. They just don't look comfortable.
I agree. Here's Blauman now, stops and pops from three-point land. No good. Simpson on the run by himself and blocked by Blauman from behind. Simpson gets it back, puts it back up, no good. Fight for the rebound and a foul underneath. What a block by Blauman on the 6'5" Simpson, who had an easy layup.
Blauman at 5'11". They list him anyway at 5'11".
And he will pick up the foul, too, his second. And Eastmont will have the basketball. Simpson trying to post up on Parmenter, both at 6'5". Simpson no good, gets his own rebound, back up, fouled. And this could be on Cameron Cooper again, and that'll be his third personal. It is.
And that puts Eastmont in the bonus with 5 minutes remaining in the third quarter.
I don't know if I've ever seen that before. That's amazing. Ethan Simpson at the free throw line, 1 for 1, make it 2 for 2 now tonight. It's good. Simpson with 4 points.
This could be the biggest comeback from the free throw line in history.
Nipfer comes out of the lineup. Checking in is Cole Hansen for the Panthers.
Meanwhile, the crowd would fall asleep.
41-18. Simpson, second free throw, also good.
Given the opportunity to cut into the lead with the clock not moving, that's what he's
Well, that's true. Here's Riggin now with it. Top of the key, picked up by Simpson. Looks for some help, loses control of the basketball. Now he's double teamed in the backcourt, and we got a timeout called by Coach Williams just to kind of save Riggin from a possible turnover there. And we'll keep it here with 4:47 left in the third. Panthers up 41-19.
Well, it's a tall task, but, you know, as they say, you eat an elephant one bite at a time, and that's what Eastmont's trying to do right now.
Is that what they say, Eric? I love
That's what my dad told me. Anyway.
I love that.
You know, I'm looking at Garrett Smith out there. He reminds me of a guy I played high school basketball with. Yes, I played high school basketball. I went to Cedar Woolley High School where they gave you an inoculation when you were born. So if you touched the basketball, you immediately got sick. Evidently, I missed the shot. It's a big wrestling town. I played basketball up until I was a junior and then switched and wrestled when I was a senior. And sure enough, everybody was right. I should have wrestled the whole time. But I played with a guy by the name of Darren Hansen, and Garrett Smith reminds me so much of him. He's sleepy good.
Right.
You look at him out there, not much of a look on his face. He's kind of a little tired looking out there.
A little huskier build.
He is all over the place here for Eastmont, and they need him to come up big here in this third quarter.
He does have good court sense, that's for sure. Now Riggins going to take a three. Good!
Wow.
Cass Riggin for 3, and he's got 9. Panthers extend the lead to 44-19. Ball is loose. Riggin hustling after it. Still loose near half court now, and it's picked up by Blauman. Panthers with it. Riggin underneath to Cooper. Can't do anything with it. Kicks it back out to Riggin, who's going to drive. A layup is good.
Cass Riggin is a step above everybody else on the floor right now.
Eric, you said it perfectly at halftime. Wenatchee just has better athletes on the floor. 2-on-1 again for the Panthers. Here's Parmenter, and it's blocked by Simpson nicely. Back the other way. Now Eastmont a 3-on-2. Esparza blocked by Blauman, out of bounds, and it will remain Eastmont basketball. And Riggin trying to get the Wenatchee student body going, and it worked. The Panthers rolling here in this ball game, 46-19 lead.
You know, last time I saw Anthony Leeson struggle like this offensively, he just checked back into the ballgame. He was sick. I don't know if that might be the case here tonight, but they have to have him do something offensively here for Eastmont.
All right, this is going to turn into a real rout, worse than it is now. You're right, Eric. Here's Massey with it, who's also checked in to Smith. Smith drives the lane, puts it up off the glass, no good. Rebound to Esparza. Boy, he fell down. I don't know if he got hit that hard. It looked like he was off balance and fell down, but it's going to be a Panther foul here. And it'll be on Blauman, his third.
Well, that's really, you know, what Eastmont has to do. And if I'm Coach Waters right now, I'm saying, hey, drive at it. Look at all the fouls they got on the board right now.
They've got 4 players with 3 fouls, Eric. Esparza first free throw, no good. He's 1 for 3 now on the night.
You can have 106 fouls. You don't make your free throws, it doesn't do you any good.
And you mentioned it, while the clock is stopped, what you need. Here's Esparza again, in and out, no good. Cooper the rebound for the Panthers, shovels it out to Hansen. Now it's Nipfer who's checked back in as well. Massey on him, nice spin move by Nipfer at half court to shed Hansen and sets the Panther offense. Riggin on the wing, top of the key. Cooper now far side, Hansen. Riggin trying to get some position down low. Nipfer's going to take the ball. Good!
I mean,
13 for Nipfer in the game. It's a 30-point Panther lead.
as much as Eastmont is struggling from the field, as good as Wenatchee is hitting from the field.
Amazing as Lasan finally hits his first shot. It's 49-21. Under 3 minutes left to go here in this third quarter. Panthers keeping this hometown Wildcat crowd quiet in this one. Hansen now is going to put up a long 3. No good. Why not? Lasan with the rebound. Lasan, little juke move, top of the key. Another shot missed. Push from behind. Cooper still managed to get the rebound, and then Smith grabs it, steps on the baseline, and it will be Wenatchee basketball. Substitution as Kuski comes back in. Lasan will take a seat again, Eric. I think you may have been you're onto something about illness.
Yeah,
he doesn't go out twice in a game ever. So.
No, and you know, you looked at those shots in the first half when he's shooting from distance and then coming up short. So that tells me the legs aren't there, the arms aren't there. He might not be feeling well.
Panthers back on offense. Nipfer now near side. Hansen back to top of the key. Into the ball game is Jacob Seal, a 6'2 senior. There's Riggin, fall away, good. 13 for Riggin.
Just a display going
He's
on
a
tonight
player.
for Wenatchee. And that's an
There's a
offensive foul.
push, absolutely, on Kuski. Might be the easiest call they've had all night.
Here's what the officials need to do right now. They need to keep a cap on things because it's frustrating for Eastmont right now. They're down by 30 points, and Wenatchee's starting to dial it up and dial it up and dial it up, get a little more fancy, get a little more tricky. And the officials got to watch the tempers here.
Riggin misses that shot. Massey with the rebound. Outlets to Kuski. Crosses the timeline. Double team there. Now it's on the right side. Calvillo underneath Wellborn, up and in. That's 7 for Isaac Wellborn, the sophomore off the bench. Hansen tries to make his way down court. He's fouled.
Well, Jack Kuski, in the last couple of times defensively, playing like there's 20 seconds left and you're down by 3.
And Spencer Rickle comes back in for the Panthers, 6'2 senior.
Why do I love a kid named Rickle that's got 00? I mean, that's just perfect.
It is. Panthers with the basketball. It's Riggin. Beautiful between the leg dribbles. Jump shot. Slider in the lane. Good.
It's a highlight reel for Cass Riggin here tonight.
15. Kuski with Nipfer on him. Panthers man-to-man defense. That's a double dribble right there. Wasn't called. Now it's Smith. Nice pass. Wellborn underneath again. Can't get it to go. Back up. It's up and in by Calvillo. His first bucket of the second half. He's got 6.
It's
approaching a minute left.
Not for a lack of trying for Eastmont here.
Shot up and no good, and we've got a foul underneath.
I think it's going to be on Smith.
Matt Vanderpool with the shot. And it is on Smith, his third.
Well, if you're Wenatchee and Coach Travis Williams, you got to love this. Big advantage here in the scoreboard. Gives you a chance, only your second game of the season, to get a lot of guys in,
Absolutely.
Get a good look at a lot of guys.
Vanderpool gets the roll, it's good.
And it's been that kind of night too. Wenatchee getting every bounce, every roll. Eastmont just having a hard time.
7 Panthers now have scored in this one. Here's Vanderpool, too hard on that shot. Riggin, though, with the offensive rebound. No look pass. Vanderpool wasn't ready for it, and it goes out of bounds. And it will be Wildcat basketball with 59 seconds left to go here in this third quarter.
12th turnover for Wenatchee, only 2 here in the second half.
Amazing. Kuski cross half court, almost lost it there. Now trips a little bit, and I think Nipfer's going to be called for that foul. Kind of a ticky-tack foul there. They both kind of tripped on each other's feet. But that'll be the first on Lane Kipner. Nipfer. Get that right.
It's like Django and Change. You know, the J is silent. Or no, the D. It was the D, right? I got to get it right if I'm using a movie reference, for guys.
Oh, it was funny anyway. Kuski free throw's good. That's his first point of the ball game.
Wow.
Second free throw on the way, also good. 54-27. Panthers a big lead here as we wind down this third quarter. Here's Hansen. Why not? He wants to get in on the party. No good on that three-point attempt. Ball is taken away by Kuski. 2-on-1. Kuski layup good. 4 quick points now for Kuski as Eastmont tries to cut into this Panther lead with 28 seconds left to go in the third quarter.
Had Wellborn coming down the weak side there. I thought he was going to try to get fancy with a behind-the-back pass. Thankfully, he just laid it out.
Here's Hansen, left-handed dribble. Comes out to the top of the key now to set up the Panther offense with 13 seconds. Shot clock and game clock almost synced up here as Riggin has it. Wellborn comes out on him. Here's Riggin with 3 seconds left. He's going to take the long bomb, and it's an air ball. It goes out of bounds. With 0.1 second left, it shows on the clock. I did hear the buzzer go, or the horn sound. So we will have a 1/10 of a second left here before we end this third quarter.
Wenatchee's outscored Eastmont 34-14 here in this quarter.
Unbelievable. And they're going to let that drain down, and that will end our third quarter of play. From Eastmont High School, it's the Wenatchee boys on top, 54-29 over the Wildcats. We'll take a 60-second timeout. Come on back for the fourth quarter on the NCW Life Channel. Fourth quarter underway. Panthers lead it by 25 here on the Wildcats' home court. Shot taken, no good by Simpson. Rebound to Blauman. Expect the Panthers maybe just to take it a little easier here in this fourth quarter with this 25-point lead, but you never know, do you? Parmenter. Cooper on the far side with it now, looks for some help. Bounce pass into Blauman. Fadeaway jumper, baseline, good. Wow. That's a tough shot.
Blauman has showed me a lot on both ends of the court.
Great looking young player. Foul on the other end. This one on the Panthers, and Panthers have been called for a lot of them here in this second half.
Well, we talked about the biggest comeback in history from the free throw line. Double bonus rest of the way for Eastmont.
Fourth personal foul on Cameron Cooper. With 7:22 left, free throw on the way is no good. It's a Esparza there. 1 out of 4 from the line here in the second half for Esparza.
And I don't know what you do as a coach. I mean, you shoot free throws, obviously. All the teams shoot free throws. It's you got to do it. And I don't know if you make them run and run and run and run until they start making free throws. I just don't know how you do that.
And there have been a lot of practices already, too, where they've shot a lot of free throws.
Yeah,
no-look pass, nicely done, but stolen away. Blauman, another pass, but in to take it away is Calvillo. Now Wellborn, he's the only offensive threat Eastmont's had so far tonight. No good on that. Calvillo, the rebound, though. And the Wildcats will reset the offense.
Hand up, Cam, hand up.
Shot taken, a long shot by Haberlock is no good. Parmenter clears the defensive board. Blauman down court, Cooper. Back out to Nipfer. Panthers slowing things down a bit, setting up the offense. Approaching 6.5 minutes left to go in this fourth quarter. Bounce pass into Carlson, who's been quiet this second half. Left-handed shot off the glass is no good. Blauman back the other way, almost picked the pocket of Haberlock. And now it's Simpson. Looks for some help. Bounce pass nicely done to Haberlock. No good. Esparza and Nipfer had position under the basket as Haberlock drove to the bucket. An offensive foul called on Trey Haberlock.
Strange that call was made by the official on the outside. You'd think that call should come from the official underneath the bucket on that one.
You really would. Eastmont now full court pressure, desperation mode is officially set in for the Wildcats, down here by 26. Carlson with it center court to break that press. No look pass, beautifully done to Cooper. Cooper couldn't hang on and it goes out of bounds. Great pass by Carlson.
Travis Williams, the look on his face is like, are you kidding me?
It was right to him. Wildcat basketball.
I don't know if that was it. Are you kidding me? You couldn't catch that, or Darius, don't do that.
Right, could have been either way. Ball is loose on the floor, touched last by a Panther, and it will be Eastmont basketball. Anthony Lasson back in there. Also, Garrett Smith checks in. Esparza rest on the Eastmont bench. 5:58 left to go, fourth quarter. Into the ball game now is Luis Navarrete, 6'1" senior. As you said, Eric, lots of players getting some action here tonight, and that'll be beneficial probably for the Panthers down the road here. Smith, nice spin move. Can't take it to the bucket, though. Kicks it out. Wellborn will take the long shot. No good. And into the hands of Parmenter, who's tied up from behind by Simpson. And it is called on Simpson. Ethan Simpson, his third personal.
Ethan got 3 to get 1 there. He fouled Parmenter about 3 times before he finally got the whistle.
So we got 7 players with 3 fouls and 1 player with 4 fouls in this ball game.
We might finish 2-on-2.
Right. Here's Nipfer trying to break that Eastmont pressure. Does get it to Navarrete. Now to Carlson underneath. Another left-handed layup. No good, but he's fouled. He'll go to the line. Darius Carlson, 18 first half points, 1 out of 2 from the free throw line here in the second half, 19 now. And he can make it 20 with his first free throw.
We've had as many fouls in this game as Eastmont has points.
Wow.
30 fouls called in this game.
Wow. Free throw is good. That's the 20th point for Carlson on the night. Just a little over 5.5 minutes now left to go in the fourth quarter. Carlson's second free throw glances off the front of the rim. No good. Navarrete, though, with the rebound. And the Panthers will reload the offense. Blauman, top of the key, far side. It's Navarrete. Now to Carlson, near side Nipfer. He's going to take the 3 off the front of the rim. No good. There's Parmenter with the rebound. He's hacked underneath. And Nolan Parmenter will go to the free throw line and shoot 2. This might be Garrett Smith.
Yep.
And that's number 4 on him. In fact, 5, and that'll foul him out. I had 4. Thank you, E. So Garrett Smith out of the lineup. And Eric, as you said, him and Wellborn, the 2 best players on the team tonight, and he's sitting out for the rest of the game now. And timeout is called. We will take one as well. Our score, Wenatchee 57, Eastmont 30. 60 seconds, and we're back here in the fourth quarter on the NCW Life Channel. Nolan Parmenter at the free throw line. First one is good. He'll get 2.
Yeah, so we're at 34 fouls called in the game, and Eastmont has 30 points.
Wow, I have never seen that before that I can think of.
No.
Next free throw also good by Parmenter. He now has 6 points in the game. Eastmont back on offense, down by 29. And that should be something, but it wasn't. Calvillo onto the floor and into the hands of Kuski. Back out, top of the key. It's Ethan Simpson with it. Loses control of it. Navarrete picks up that loose ball for the Panthers. Hands it off to Nipfer, working on Kuski. One-handed pass, near side on the wing to Blauman. Back out Navarrete, sets up the Panther offense. Near side, Nipfer. Panthers looking to find an open man down low. It's Blauman again on the baseline, backs away from Lasan. Now back out Nipfer. Parmenter wants the ball and then it's almost thrown away. Back to Blauman. What a pass to Carlson. It's blocked by Wellborn. Blauman back up with it. It's blocked. And we've got bodies laying all over the place. And what a pass by Blauman to Carlson.
That was awfully pretty. Travis Williams jumped off the bench saying, how could there not be a foul with all that carnage on the floor out there?
Gotta
Shot
agree with him.
violation goes over to Eastmont.
Wow. Wildcat basketball. Here's Kuski with it. Right-handed dribble, right side. Tries to go to the basket. Now kicks it out. Lasan with it. No open shot for him. Back out to Calvillo. Working on Blauman. Nice ball fake. Nice head fake. Got a couple of Panthers off their feet. Drew the foul. And Calvillo will be going to the free throw line.
Did you say foul?
Yeah, foul. Just 44. I don't see a 44.
Yeah.
14 possibly, yes. Navarrete
Okay.
picks up his first. Cole Hansen checks back in, the 5'9" junior for the Panthers. At the free throw line is Oscar Calvillo. Sophomore, first free throw well off the mark. No good. Navarrete with the rebound. Outlets to Parmenter.
It was a second. He missed both of them.
Oh, Navarrete did miss both of them. Sorry about that. Panther basketball. Navarrete with it. Under 3:50 now left in the ball game to Hansen.
I do like what they're doing here. They're working the clock.
And it's a great time to really practice your offense, isn't it?
Absolutely.
Here's Blauman now, works the baseline to the basket hard. You got to like that. He draws the foul, probably on Wellborn underneath. We'll see. Blauman just doesn't play like a sophomore. He doesn't.
No, he's been the most. I mean, Darius Carlson obviously, but Blauman's been the most impressive Panther I've seen here tonight.
Riggin has played
the
great.
Hustle. Just, you know, I haven't had a chance to see him play much. So
in and out on that first free throw, no good. Not a lot of points, Eric. He's only got 3 points. It seems like he should have more than that. He's been everywhere.
Yeah, it's one of those that won't show up in the stat book in the paper tomorrow, but he's
Missed
had a great
them
game.
both. And 1 out of 3 from the free throw line for Blauman. Then comes back down court and gets the steal. And then it's stolen from him. Here's Wellborn now with it. Kuski underneath off the hands of Navarrete and out of bounds. And it will remain Wildcat basketball.
18 turnovers for Eastmont here in this game tonight.
Wow. Simpson, open shot. Kuski, it's up for 3 and good. The second three-pointer made all night for the Wildcats. And Kuski has 7 in the ball game, all here in this second half. 59-33, a steal for the Wildcats. Lasan with it behind the back, and it's lost again, and Carlson picks up this loose ball. Crossover dribble, no look pass, Parmenter underneath, it's blocked. Here's Carlson, back up, left hand, good.
Another offensive board for Darius Carlson. He's got 5 offensive boards in the ball game. He's got, 11 rebounds.
22 points to go along with it.
Double-double.
61-33 Panthers. Simpson now, 2.5 minutes left to go. Turnaround jumper, good.
That's a pretty look by Ethan Simpson. He's had a few of those looks tonight. Hasn't been able to coax a lot of them in. What is that? Only their 6th field goal here in the second half.
It is 7 points for the Wildcats for Simpson here in this ball game. Hansen with it for the Panthers. Throws it away into the hands of the Wildcats. Here's Lasan with it. Stops at the elbow. Can't find any help. Now to Kuski. Back out top to Calvillo. Tries to find a cutting Wellborn. Guarded well there by Navarrete. And back to Kuski. Here's Simpson again. Drives to the basket. Right-handed shot. No good. Blauman there for the rebound. Under 2 minutes left to go. Fourth quarter. Panthers have been in control of this game since early on. Here's Blauman to Navarrete. Dribbles to the left side of the top of the key. Now right wing, it's Blauman. Stops, takes the shot, no good. And the rebound to Kuski. Down court, Lasan all by himself. Quick layup, good.
A good transition. Good to at least give something positive for Anthony Lasan tonight.
4 points for Anthony Lasan, all here in this second half. Here's Hansen with it. Back out to Blauman. 24-point Panther lead, 61-37. Navarrete underneath Parmenter. Shot taken, blocked by Simpson, but a lot of the body there, and Simpson will be called for the personal foul. Take that back. It is on Simpson, I believe.
Yeah.
Okay, 4 on him.
No, they called it on Kuski.
Oh, they did call it on Kuski. Okay. So Kuski's third personal. Parmenter free throws good.
That'll be it for Darius Carlson tonight.
And a nice hand for the Wenatchee fans behind us and from the student body across the way. Carlson, what a night. 22 points and a bunch of rebounds, as Eric mentioned. Here's Parmenter, second free throw good. He's 4 out of 5 from the line. Nolan Parmenter, as he takes a seat as well with 1:05 left in the ball game. Into the game is Jacob Seal now, a 6'2 senior for the Panthers. Also back in there, Spencer Rickle. Here's Kuski across the timeline. Under 1 minute now left to go in the fourth quarter. Esparza with Navarrete on him. Out to Calvillo, drives the lane, and boy, we have a block underneath. Looked like pretty good position under there.
And the fact that he didn't take the shots.
Takes some bravery from a guy right off the bench like Jacob Seal to stand there and take that charge. Seal's first personal, and it puts Calvillo back to the free throw line where he is 2 for 4 on the night.
He's in the book along with everybody else here as far as the foul is concerned.
Free throw good by Calvillo. 63-38. And he'll get one more on the way. Bounces around, no good. And the rebound into the hands of the Panthers, and Spencer Rickle loses control of it. Eastmont picks it up. It's Simpson up and in.
I'll tell you what, Grant, if Simpson can get his body in control, he's going to have a good season for Eastmont. He's in the right place.
Boy, contact right in front of us between Calvillo and Navarrete.
They're calling it on Navarrete.
Interesting call there. That's his second. The way Calvillo hit the floor, though, Eric, that's usually a push, and he hit pretty hard.
Yeah. Travis Williams jumped off the bench and wanted to have Jeff Graham explain what happened there, the official, and he says, hey, I saw it. There was a push from behind.
Calvillo, high pass under the basket to Simpson, and Wellborn back up and in.
Well, you know, that's how you draw it up there, Grant.
That's exactly how they drew it up. 9 points now for Wellborn off the bench for the Wildcats. Really one of the bright spots for Eastmont. Esparza a little bit too aggressive on Blauman as he picks up a foul. No use fouling now. 63-42, 21-point Panther lead with 16.7 seconds left as the student body across the way starts to celebrate, and they wave the Wenatchee flag. You know they gotta love that here in Eastmont's gym.
40 fouls in the game between the two teams. 42 points for Eastmont.
Wow. Plowman hits a free throw. He's got 4 now. 4 points on the night. 2 of 5 from the free throw line for Blauman. Second one on the way, gets the roll, it's good. 65-42 as time winds down here now in this ball game. The first of 3 matchups between Eastmont and Wenatchee. Shot taken by Kuski, no good. Underneath, the shot taken, no good. Put back up and in by Vanderpool is good, and he will score 3 points tonight, and that's the ball game. Our final score from Eastmont High School: Wenatchee 67 and Eastmont 42. We'll take a 1-minute timeout, and we'll come back. Stay with us on the NCW Life Channel. We're back at Eastmont High School where the Litter Box Trophy is being presented now to Wenatchee High School. I didn't know there was a trophy for this, but it's cool. Look at the litter box on top of the trophy.
I didn't know that either.
Very cool. A new tradition, I guess, in basketball here between the two teams. And Eric.
So they have the litter box that goes to the girls' winner. And then is that catnip?
If it isn't, it would be a great idea. It really would.
I'm not sure about that. But, well, they split it tonight because Eastmont knocks off Wenatchee in the girls' game. But Wenatchee comes back and blows Eastmont out in the boys' game.
Boy, talk about blowout, Eric. It really wasn't even close. 13-4 at the end of the first quarter, and it just got worse from there. 33-15 at halftime, ended up 54-29 after 3, and 67-42 our final score here tonight. It was an impressive performance by Wenatchee, you just got to say it.
Absolutely, absolutely. What do we have for final stats individually, Grant?
Well, point-wise, Darius Carlson ends up with 22 points, followed by Cass Riggin with 15 for the Panthers, 13 on the night for Lane Nipfer, 5 points for Nathan Blauman, 8 points for Nolan Parmenter, and Cameron Cooper off the bench with 3 points. For the Eastmont Wildcats, they were led in scoring by Ethan Simpson and Isaac Wellborn, both with 9 points, 7 apiece for Oscar Calvillo and also Jack Kuski, 4 each for Garrett Smith and Anthony Lasan, and 2 points on the night for Preston Esparza. And I think that the stat that is glaring on this sheet to me, Eric, Anthony Lasan, 4 points on the night. That really made a huge difference.
I just have a feeling it wasn't, well, he obviously was not up to par tonight, but I don't think it was feeling good tonight physically.
I think you nailed it. I really do.
32-17, Wenatchee out-rebounds Eastmont in the game. Turnovers pretty even, 18-14 turnovers for 18 for Wenatchee, 14 for Eastmont in the contest. But, I mean, just domination from the get-go for Wenatchee throughout.
Both these teams will be back on the court tomorrow. Eastmont will play Meade, who beat Wenatchee by almost 30 points. Another tough game for Eastmont. The Panthers will play Ferris tomorrow afternoon here in Wenatchee, or at, I should say, Wenatchee High School. So a couple of tough games tomorrow, but Wenatchee, they're going to enjoy this one tonight.
Yeah, absolutely. By the way, in the early game tonight, if you missed it, it was the Eastmont Wildcats knocking off Wenatchee 61-52 behind the 17 points of Emily Dufour, 14 from Emma Simpson, 24 points for Allie Hallberg in the loss for Wenatchee. We'll see those girls teams play here in a couple of weeks at the Town Toyota Center in that Christmas Classic at the TTC. We're looking forward to that.
Oh, I love going there
all
and doing
the
basketball.
teams that will be in town, and it'll start off with Central Washington University playing a college game on the floor right here in the Wenatchee Valley.
So I think that's a great idea, don't you?
Absolutely.
How many games last year did you watch at that showcase?
Oh, wow. Every single one.
I thought so.
Yeah,
every single one.
Good to see it, Pat. So that's going to wrap it up here from Eastmont High School. Again, it was the Eastmont girls knocking off Wenatchee 61-52 in the opener. In the nightcap, it was Wenatchee all over Eastmont 67-42. We need to thank our crew tonight. Caitlin Hedersheet, she was here early. She had to be dismissed. Wasn't feeling so good. So Becca Freemuth, thanks to Becca for coming in. Jessica Medina back in the studios as well. On site here, our line producer is Dan Kuntz, as well as doing the camera over across the way. And Dan's got to have a Excedrin headache 99 going. He was next to the band all night long. And of course, thanks to Michael Price up above. Grant Olson, my friend, always fun to do the games
Eric.
with you. And
Awesome.
my name is Eric Granstrom. Thank you very much for joining us here tonight on the NCW Life Channel. It's a split in the litter box as they'll cover their tracks and play again in 2 weeks. Have a good night, everybody.
Thanks for joining us for Eastmont Wildcat Boys Basketball on the NCW Life Channel. Today's broadcast was brought to you in part by the Wenatchee Racquet and Athletic Club, the Windmill Restaurant, Les Schwab Tires, Confluence Health, TC Slingers, and the Walkabout Grill. We now return to our regular programming on your source for local sports, the NCW Life Channel.